fish. Oh God, that was a huge fish. Oh my God, that was a freaking 5 or 6 pounder. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys today some footage straight from the vault of the Lojo fishing outdoor channel. This is a video that I filmed, I think like a month and a half ago. Now this was like full, springtime mode. And long story short, I was basically on a military base. And the reason I was there because I had a VA appointment that had got screwed up and I had to drive like 45 minutes. But this military base that happened to have my VA appointment just also happens to have a really nice bass fishing lake. So over the course of this video, I kind of chronicle like a 2-day little event that I had out there, and I had some pretty good times, some pretty exciting stuff happen, including some topwater frogfish and some massive fish being hooked on spinnerbaits. So you're gonna have to watch to get the rest of this. But before I share this archival footage with you, I've got one serious question to ask you. Are you ready to be a hero in your own fantasy? Because that is exactly what I do when I play Raid Shadow Legends on my phone for free. That's right, guys, we're doing another sponsored video by our good friends over there at Raid Shadow Legends. And let me just tell you something right now. Quarantine days are kind of crazy. This game has been saving me. I literally just sit there and play it for hours on end, which is probably not a good thing, but I do enjoy myself. I love every game mode, but campaign mode is probably my favorite. That's always been my favorite mode on any video game. One thing I love about this game in particular is that it's an RPG. There's not a lot of fluff. It's straight to the action. That's exactly what I like. My favorite character, as you guys should know from my last time, is Gaelic. He's a big old tatted up, jacked green fellow that likes to hit people in the face with axes. There's more than just campaign modes, though. There's a million different gameplay modes. There's battling bad guys, battling good guys, battling each other 1v1 online. Challenge yourself to your edge in the ongoing tournaments. Compete against the entire Raid community while fighting the Spider's Den, Ice Golem's Peak, the Almighty Fire Knight, or the Notorious Dragon. And now in Raid, patch 1.15 is coming in May, and with it, you will be able to compete in the brand new Arena tournament. Earn points according to your tier and win awesome rewards in the local and global tournament. You can literally do it all on this game, and the best part is it's 100% free to download on your mobile device or your PC, your laptop, iPad, whatever. The great thing too is if you're a new player, you actually get a bunch of free stuff. For example, 200,000 silver and 1 free champion, Mr. Grinner, who's a pretty BA champion. If you don't take my word for it, go check him out. To access your brand new rewards, you have to go to the inbox, which is on the main screen, which I'm going to show you guys right now. That's where you check and get your rewards. So yeah, big shout out to Raid Shadow Legends. Go ahead and download it for free. Hit the link in the top of the description to get those rewards for being a new player. And it just helps giving you something to do on a boring day like I've had to do many days. When I'm not able to go out and fish, when the weather's bad, or if I just got like an hour or so to sit around, I'm on this game. I love it. It's awesome. It's free to download. I think it's the 3rd time I've said that, but hey, it's free. Come on. Anyways, let's go ahead and roll right into today's fishing footage. I will catch you guys at the end. All right, I think I'm kind of coming up with a plan here. We're not even going to take the backpack because I think this weather is going to turn on us sooner than later. I'm just going to take this little pack of Slim Shake worms because I need some extra worms anyways for one of the rigs that I have. But I threw a bunch of things in there like a Ned rig head, a Texas rig setup, a little spinner bait. What else could I throw in there? I think there was another jig in here. Yeah, there's another jig. Throw that in there. Maybe throw like a craw. Yeah, a couple cracking craws in here in case I need that for the jig. That's going to be pretty much it. We're not going to get too crazy here. Just the backpack, it's going to take too long. It's going to take too much effort to carry it around. It's going to make me hot and sweatier. I don't think we're even going to be out here long enough to need any of that stuff. It sounds like as good of a plan as I've ever had, which not really saying much. I got a water in my back pocket. Got a couple lures in this bag that I can take with me. Oh, dumped them all on the ground. Oh boy. I'm kind of excited. New lake, I've seen some big fish caught out of here, never by me or anybody that I know personally, but I've seen some on social media and on Fish Brain and stuff, so gotta be some fish out here. Let's start the journey. I can tell you one thing without knowing anything about this place. I found this little place on Google Earth and it just looks juicy with all the features that it has and everything. Might be looking at something good here. I really want to fish this area like where all these lily pads are, but I don't really have a way to fish them. I didn't bring a braid combo, because I'm a big dumb idiot, because I would have put a frog on there right away. I know it's wintertime and you wouldn't think to put a frog on, but it's been a really warm winter and it's been warm the last few days. So I would have put a frog on immediately and just worked this entire area with the frog. That's what I would have done, but I didn't bring a braid combo. So we're gonna have to work this a little bit differently. Well, the thunder's starting to pick up along with the rain. That's nice. Time frame is closing by the second. Dang it. I feel like if I just had more time. I just don't have enough time. Lightning is starting to move in too, and that's really what you want to avoid. Cannot believe this is about to happen, but I did not get one bite out here. The juiciest of all juicy locations. I tell you what though, I know where I'm bringing the SS Minnow Johnson next. I'm gonna launch wherever you have to launch, and I'm coming right up in here with the proper tools next time. But for this video, let's go ahead and fast forward until a little bit later. All right, folks. It was actually a few days later, not the next day. I actually decided when it rained a ton that first day that I wanted to let the water kind of calm down some. So we are back out here at Lake Thalaco right here at the little boat ramp. And I already see like 2 or 3 people fishing on that little island that we were on the other day. That was crazy. One thing I can tell you though, is if we've got the SS Minnow Johnson and we've got her all rigged up, we're gonna find them. And hopefully we can catch them slipping, catch them in that shallow water. That's really kind of what I'm preparing for. That's what the bite has been in other bodies of water that I've fished, just flipping shallow grass and stuff like that. So that's really what I'm hoping is the juice. So let's go ahead and launch the old boater and find some piggy pigs. Today is going to be extra fun, seeing as how I have never been on this lake before on a boat. Have no idea where to go, no idea where the fish are. Man, it's just gonna make this adventure a little bit more fun and exciting. I know a lot of people would like fish the docks and the marina right here first. And I was kind of thinking about it, but I don't know. I want to go down the main lake, and then I want to find like maybe some pockets or some creeks, or you know, something with shallow water and grass. That's really what I'm looking for. And I forgot my electronics, so I have no idea water temperature, water depths, nothing. Let's check the old water temperature. It feels pretty good, honestly. I mean, I'm not my fingers are not thermometers, but that feels pretty good. It feels like, you know, mid to high 60s, which is exactly what we're looking for this time of year. I think when I hook this right around this corner, there's the dam, and then the rest of the lake is kind of that way. So I am just gonna toss into these lily pads really quick. A little trench hoggy hog. Coming up on this little dam right here, and the water is really dirty, which you would expect after a lot of rain. So I'm going to put the old Texas rig down for now until we know that they're shallow, or you know, there's like a flipping bite going on right now. And I think I'm gonna throw a little spinnerbait at them. You know, water's dirty, there's a little bit of wind, a little bit of water movement, a little zinger right there. White chartreuse. Saucy swimmer trailer. I like that. I like that setup a lot. Oh, fish right there. First cast as I'm talking about the freaking zinger. Are you kidding me? That's a decent little fish too. God, he's in the rocks and the grass. Come on, buddy. No, sir. Oh, he's hooked pretty good. Wow, first freaking cast with the zinger. Are you kidding me? Oh. Okay, not a big fish, but a healthy little pound-and-a-halfer. Wow, that was a very interesting chain of events right there. Nothing makes you feel like a better angler than making a bait change and then it working like right away. Make you feel like you really know what you're saying. All right, buddy, my first Lake Lojo bass. Healthy, looks almost like a female, got some bloody tail, but skinny, which is not what you want your females to look like. But that's okay. We don't know that that's how they all are. Okay, first cast. First freaking cast. Are you joking? Wow. She even bent my spinnerbait a little bit. Normally it takes at least a 3-pounder to bend a spinnerbait. All right, well, yeah, let's keep doing that pattern. let's keep working these rocks with a spinnerbait. That might be the pattern. Fish. Oh God, that was a huge fish. Oh my God, that was a freaking 5 or 6 pounder. Are you joking me right now? Look, he fricked up my spinnerbait. Guys, that was a 5 or 6 pounder on my 4th cast with the spinnerbait on these rocks. Are you freaking kidding me? Guys, I didn't get a great hook set on her, but she absolutely demolished it. Are you freaking kidding me? What is going on here? You know, on one hand, it's like, okay, we're about to be on a bite that could be epic, and on the other hand, you're just sick to your stomach because you never know if you're going to get, you know, more than one big bite per day. You know, you hope for one, at least one. Oh, that's a rock. Big rock. You hope that you get one big bite per day, you know, at least every time you fish. It's kind of what, that's my opinion, that's what I'm hoping for. One big bite. Now whether you catch the fish or not, it's completely up to you, and it's up to luck. A lot of times. I mean, that time I feel like I got a pretty decent hook set. She ate it really good. She was just so big and powerful that when she came up and shook her head, she threw that freaking spinnerbait out of her mouth. Tell you one thing, if I get another bite on this spinnerbait, I am going to yoink the living you know what out of that fish's face. Rocky rock, snag. You know, I cannot believe I've worked the rest of this day. I'm coming to the end right here, and I have not gotten another bite on spinnerbait. That just seems crazy to me. But it's okay, you know, I mean, I was hoping they were shallow anyways. I didn't really wanted to be working a steep rock dam bank, you know. Was not really in my plan today. But what I think I'm gonna do, I really wanna work these rocks. I mean, I might as well work them. I mean, I'm gonna pass them on my way to anything else. But I think I'm gonna slow it down. The wind has kind of died all of a sudden. As you can see, it's kind of glass calm out here. So I'm gonna flip a jiggy jig around these rocks a little bit, just to kind of see what the dealio is. Let's flip these rocks with a little jiggy jig. Little overflow area right here. I guess this is a spillway, so I better take a wide berth of the spillway in this tiny plastic boat. I don't want to die today, not even for a really big fish. Just doesn't seem worth it. The current doesn't seem to be pulling too bad right this second though, so. But I bet you there's a fish or two hanging out right here. Fish love spillways. You can see my first bed of the day right there in front of us. That's interesting. I don't see a fish on it. Definitely wanted to see some beds. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Y'all probably can't. Y'all don't have polarized sunglasses on the GoPro. Do they sell polarizing lenses for GoPros? I'm sure they do. I need to get one so I can show you guys what we're seeing. We're approaching our first little creek right here. It's not even a creek, it's just like a cut right here, and then this bank, which just looks good. It's all shaded, there's laydowns, there's a few trees down in the water. So that's kind of exactly what I wanted to see. And something a little bit more interesting, the water is a lot cleaner back here than it was on the main lake and on that dam. So we're gonna hit them with the old trench hog. Natural color, legs dipped in that chartreuse dye though, because I still like using that in the springtime. Little 3/8 ounce weight, pegged. And it's time to flip. But there's even, look, there's more trees back here in the water. There's like little posts, little sticks. Yeah, this is where I want to be right here. I always feel like in a smaller boat like I am, a small plastic boat, I'm a lot quieter than a big boat, a big bass boat. Plus, bass boats typically don't come back into places like this because they don't want to hit a stump. They don't want to hit a freaking tree in the water that they can't see. So a lot of times these areas are kind of untouched by the hardcore bass anglers in the big boats. So I don't know. We'll see if that whole idea comes to fruition. Now see, here's where, here's a perfect example of where lack of knowledge on a particular lake hurts you. Because yeah, I had a couple quality bites earlier and on that little dam with the rocks, and that was cool. But see, now the bite has really died down. I'm fishing kind of shallow. This is actually a really steep drop off right here. To my left is like 20 feet, but then obviously you got the bank right here. So I'm just kind of fishing some shallow wood with, I tied a different jig on. But my point is now I have no idea like where to go and what to do. Like maybe I got lucky with that dam, you know, those first few bites, but now I'm just like, I'm in no man's land now. Like now I have absolutely no idea where the good spots are, you know, where the good shallow bite spots are. Just have no idea. So just gonna have to keep on trolling. I think I'm gonna troll all the way until the point up here, and I may cut across and try to work that area that I worked the other day with all the lily pads and the shallow grass, because at least I know, you know, that there was some good shallow water and shallow grass in there. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. Y'all catching any fish? Yeah.
Now you got to be careful.
Yeah.
When you go out that way, because there's stumps that sticks out the water, and you can barely see them. The water up right now, so you probably won't see them.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What was your name, brother?
Rico.
Rico, man. Hey, it's great meeting you, man. I'm gonna give you one of those since it's all this Corona crap going on. Right. But dude, man, it's awesome to meet you. Yeah, great meeting you, brother. So we got a little intel from the local who fishes this lake a lot, Mr. Rico. Shout out to you, buddy. Great meeting you, man. Great meeting any member of the Lojo Outdoor fam. But he was telling me about a couple creeks back this way that are definitely worth fishing. I'm gonna continue to fish this little shallow lily pad area just for a little while. He also warned me about a 17-foot alligator that's kind of known to the fishermen in this area. That's pretty crazy. Now, I've dealt with alligators many a times in my life, so I'm not particularly scared of alligators. I'm more scared of snakes than I am alligators, to be honest with you. You know, I'm not really sure where this gale force wind came from, but it is definitely putting a cramp on my plans. So I think we're gonna have to take Mr. Rico's tips about maybe hitting one of these like backwood creeks. And you figure a small creek, it's gonna be out of the wind a little, at least a little bit. Well guys, we've got a little cut over there. Apaches, get out of here. Stop spying on your boy Lojo. There's a little cut right there. I don't know if that's the creek that he was talking about, but look at this, guys. Look at this field of stumps. Like, I've fished many stump fields in my life. I don't know if you guys can even see the sheer number. We're talking about thousands of like brush piles or stumps, trees, and they go like all the way over there. So we're gonna fish this cut. Inside that cut right there, there's actually a sign right there. I want to see what it says. But we're definitely gonna have to come out here and flip some of this stuff. I just don't know how successful we're gonna be. I mean, this is Snag City right here. There's gonna be some heartbreaking lure losses in here. Well, this isn't much of a creek, but it is a little bit of a cut. Anything I can do to get out of this freaking wind, I'm gonna do. But with all these trees and stuff in the water, there's no reason to not throw a jiggy jig, a little bandito bug trailer. I just don't know if we're gonna be able to, if we even get a bite. I don't know how we're gonna get a fish out of this junk right here, you know? I've got 15-pound line on this jig rod, and I don't know if it's gonna cut it and stuff like this. You just, especially a big fish, it's gonna be a little hairy. Oh, man, just got hit by something. Dang frog. Oh, got him. Oh, come on. First cast with the frog back here in this little lily pad field. Choked it. Nice little bass. Let's go, baby. Oh, that's a choke job right there, guys. I'm not sure if that's what hit it the first time. Slightly bigger than my first fish, just slightly. Oh man, she was barely hooked. On the filthy frog, baby. Head and shoulders on that guy or gal. Yoink. Oh, splashed the living crap out of myself. Okay, that's good. Literally my first cast back here. I made it to the back of the creek, obviously. Turn my motor off for a second. And my plan was to kind of wedge myself between this pole and a couple of these stumps. That way I could just sit here and work this entire shallow area with the frog or the weightless worm. And that was my first cast with the frog. That's got to give you a massive amount of confidence when you make a decision like this to kind of go shallow, really shallow, because this is like inches of water right here. You know, when we first pulled in to this little cut, I saw a very large fish come up and wake and hit something top water. The only problem is, I didn't know what it was. I thought it may have been a carp or something, and it could have been. But when I saw that, I kind of made up the decision in my mind that we needed to kind of fish this area with a frog. And if that was a bass, it was a freaking huge one. And that'll be the second huge bass we've seen today. Well, gosh, at the end of the road, there is no more creek after this. So now we have a pretty tough decision to make. I mean, I've got like another hour and a half or so I can fish that I'd like to fish. So if we want to try to go to the end of the lake, to that other creek that he was talking about, that's probably, I was looking at my GPS and kind of looking at the lake. I think I found what he was talking about, but it is literally all the way down. Probably take us 30 minutes to get there. And on top of that, it would take us a freaking hour to get back to the boat ramp afterwards, which is gonna really kill my fishing time. Or we could go back to the dam, you know? Maybe tie a square bill on, throw the spinnerbait some more. I don't know, what would you guys do if you were me? So there you have it, folks. That was a very interesting little day that I had out there. A two-day event, actually. So we tried from the bank, didn't really have a lot of action as you guys saw, but we actually talked to somebody that gave us some intel on the lake, which was good. Came back a couple days later with the SS Minnow Johnson. Actually was able to catch some fish. You know, we caught them on spinnerbait, caught them on topwater frog, which was really exciting. It was like my first frog fish of the year, maybe. And then we hooked into that monster on that dam with the spinnerbait, and then we lost her. I don't even think you guys got to see her because she jumped once, and that was it. She was gone, but that was a solid 5-6 pounder. I stand by that. I mean, it was a big, big fish. Also, shout out to my subscriber that I met during that video who gave me some intel on the lake too. So I'll definitely be heading back there soon. Maybe once I get my big boat, maybe hit that lake again with Andrew or something like that. You guys let me know if you want to see something like that. But fishing on Lake Thalaco, I think is how you pronounce it, was really fun. Really enjoyed it. And yeah, So it was great. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you check out the sponsor of today's video, which is Raid Shadow Legend. Hit the link right at the top of the description. Download it for free. It really helps me out when you guys help the sponsors, help support the sponsors of the channel that support the channel. I just butchered the way I said that, but I think you guys know what I'm saying. The best part is it's free. You can't beat free. But anyways, folks, I am getting out of here on to the next outdoor adventure. I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Fist bump, I'm out.